Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your May 2023 mid-month reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in like we always do. So let's take a look here. In this first row, of course, we're going to take a look at your career. Ooh, there's a lot of changes going on in your world, huh, Sag? A lot of you kind of feel lost. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you may just feel kind of lost. It's almost like you're trying to, it's like grasping at like you're grasping at these things, but it's like, oh, I thought that it was this. I thought that it was that. Very interesting. Let's keep going here. A lot of change going on. I feel like the best thing you can do at this time is surrender and accept and allow the changes to happen, because I see a lot of you starting to close off. I'm going to get into it in a moment, but yeah, so I'm going to come back to it. Let's look in the second row. Of course, we're going to take a look at your relationships here. I see a lot of you really focused on your private life, your personal life, even family, home life. I see a lot of you being in solitude from relationships here for the rest of the month, Sagittarius, if I'm being honest with you. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles tell me you're spending a lot of time at home. I think there's more important matters that need to be focused on. I'm not saying that you're totally isolating yourself from people, but I do see you more of being in an alone sort of solitude energy here. And some of you, I will say this as well, there could be somebody that this month that you could be learning from that's a bit older than you, a bit wiser than you, and they could be teaching you some things. I'm hearing some things about like business and career. So yeah, there could be an important mentor coming through that you could be learning from and developing your skills here from. So let's keep going though. This is a very interesting reading, especially with the Wheel of Fortune being the first card here. A lot of things are requiring patience at this time, and I feel like it's very important to embrace that. I think, being a fire sign myself, I'm a Leo, we like things to go pretty fast, right? Clarity, decisiveness, straight to the point, let's go. Be bold, right? But really what's going on is there's a test of patience, and I think it's well worth the wait here. We're going to take a look at the message here from your higher self. Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers. And you have the Four of Pentacles. What I got immediately, what came through intuitively, I got the message that you're fine. Everything is taken care of or something like that. Very interesting. Let's keep going here. Yeah, you have this Capricorn I use card. Yeah, you're in a point of new creations being built. I'm not saying that you're starting all over, but I do feel it's a different approach. It's a different way of being that you're having to be. Like sometimes in life we go through just we got to change, right? Like Tupac said, it's time to make some changes. And that's kind of the vibe I get with this. It's a great song, by the way. That there's changes that need to be made, and I think a lot of you are starting to block out distractions here. Everything that's been detracting you from the main purpose of your life and from you just overall becoming better or improving, that's all being taken out of your life. And I think you're starting to see that. And some of the things I feel like you really you've really invested into, or you believe really hard in, all of a sudden changing. Now things are changing, and then that's what this Four of Cups energy I feel is saying. It's like it could be hard to accept, right? Because it kind of just feels like nothing's really working out in your favor. But I really do feel like it is, though. I feel like there's a higher plan for you at this time, especially with the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles here. There's an energy of allowing here that needs to be embraced, because the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance is like, if you have patience, there's amazing things that will come. But it's really about being open to things that come here as well, and not allowing yourself to fall into melancholy, about the past or just certain situations. Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, Four of Pentacles here. the message here from your higher self. It's like slow and steady wins the race. I know it's very boring to hear for a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is like, nah, I want the Avenger now. But I really do think that there's more important matters that need to be attended to at this time, so that way you can embrace and go on the radical, wild journeys that you guys like to go on. You know, I have a 9th house sun. I'm pretty Sagittarius, and my Mercury's there too. So I'm all about the Avenger. And whenever I feel stuck or in like, you know, closed in, it feels weird, right? But with the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers, it's like there's a bigger plan going on here. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is one of those cards of endurance, of focusing on important matters and details at this time. Because it's gonna be worth the payoff with the Four of Pentacles. Strong devotion here as well. I feel like your higher self is like the strong and devotion to your goals, right? Because people think the Lovers is always about love, and I'm sorry, I'm not that reader, because it's not all about love and your soulmate, right? It's the card of the yearning for union, right? The Lovers yearning for union, but that comes in many different forms. It could be a soulmate, right? It could be something that you're very passionate about. Think about it. Think about it. What's my purpose in life? People feel unfulfilled. There's a desire, there's a yearning for union, right? When people feel unfulfilled in like what they're doing, what's my purpose? They want to unite with what makes them feel whole and complete, and that's what the Lovers is. It's the yearning for union, spiritual union. And this card also talks about spiritual devotion, like what truly resonates with your soul that you want to devote yourself to. Now, this can be in regards to your relationships too, but I don't have any water cards here. So there's not really anything. It's more earth. Some of you may have a lot of earth in your chart. You could have Capricorn in your chart here, but I think this is about you coming up with a very structured plan of how you want to move forward and being critical about achieving these goals and being tenacious in the movement forward toward them. Because that's what Capricorn is tenacious, critical tenacity, ambition to achieve. And I think it's important for you to use your resources in a very selective and smart way and work on energies of efficiency. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you the dry answer for this reading. I feel some of you got some Capricorn in your chart because I'm kind of dry in this read. I even kind of feel a little bit bitter. Not like bitter, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my guides are like, and the universe is like, hey, give them the straight up raw answer right now. So yeah, anyway, birth of creation. There's something new here, and I feel like it's important for you to nurture it, because that's what this card is. It's like, it's very, fragile at this time. I think you're in an energy of a bit of fragileness here as well, like not like in a detrimental way, but when it comes to your ego and just like life is taking on a whole new meaning, and I feel like you're starting to see that. And you just had a lunar eclipse in your 12th house, right? The sun and the moon, the moon was there. So there's been a very deep emotional let go of certain things, and it's energetic attachment to Scorpio. Right? And with the sun in your 6th house, Taurus, the 6th house deals with obstacles, everyday obstacles. It's where we're met with the reality of situations of where we need to improve, and you can't get any better unless you improve them. And so the 6th house deals a lot with your schedule, your routine. And that's what's really being addressed. I'm kind of ill. I don't know what's going on with this one. Some of y'all got, I don't even know. You got this distance journey card, ocean. Yeah, it's like you want to rush to the finish line. And I think the universe and your guides are like, hold on. hold on. So realize like this is a marathon, not a sprint. Freedom. You'll have your freedom here soon. But it's like almost as if, because the 12th house is isolation, right? And it's like where you're confined, or you feel confined. And so you don't feel like, you feel it's like inescapable. Right. So it's coming, especially when the sun comes into Gemini, your seventh house. Yeah, you'll have your freedom here. All right, let's clarify this. Take a look at this Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. The Wheel of Fortune is the archetype of Jupiter, so it represents positivity and increase at the most fundamental level. Ace of Wands, you have some good changes starting to happen. You can feel them, but it's almost as if it's hard to deal with them in a way, right? Trying to tell a Sagittarius to be structured and follow and do this, right? Capricorn is like rules, rigid. Sagittarius don't like that. Ninth housers don't like that. I'm ninth houser. I don't like that. Don't tell me what to do. I do my own thing. I got my own freedom. You ain't gonna tell me shit. But Capricorn's like, no, these are the rules. These are your limits. These are your restrictions. These are what you have to operate in at this time. And it feels very restrictive. And it doesn't feel fun. Queen of Cups, Four of Cups. You're bored. Unmotivated, unsatisfied. Right? Ten of Swords, Temperance, though. I think this is teaching you, though, how you can broaden your awareness at this time, because I feel like it's your awareness that actually isn't allowing you to go on the adventure of life that you've been wanting to go on, Sagittarius. And I think the universe is like putting you in like spiritual timeout to address this. That's what a spiritual awakening is. Think about it. We go through multiple awakenings in our life. It's just not one, but usually the first one is the most powerful one, the most life-changing one, right? To where our conscious awareness expands and we see everything that we didn't see before. And we notice like, wow, there's a lot to life than I even realized. And that gets deeper and deeper and deeper the more you live a conscious life. And I think there's been a lot of detractors in your life. I think there's been a lot of things detracting your attention in life. And now the universe has, quote unquote, put you in spiritual timeout to address the issues. And some of you may be seeing this as like some type of like punishment or like, woe is me. Why is this happening? It's like, so you can like, because like in life, it's like one of the best things, one of the greatest quotes that I've ever read or ever heard. Actually, I heard this one was, well, there's two. I'm gonna say the other one here in a moment, but one of the best ones I've heard was like, I don't remember word by word, but the second one I do. But basically, it's like we look at obstacles and challenges as, oh man, I really want to go grab that book. Something about obstacles and challenges being in the way, right? Feel like it creates, and we feel like it shows us that we're too weak to overcome them. And it said something about, but other people who strive and prosper see these as their next greatest strengths, or something like that. But anyways, the second quote that I just heard the other day was, and I was like, damn, this one hit me, yo. He said, it's by Bob Proctor. He said, but he got it from somebody else, but he just requoted it. So I don't know the original source, but he said, most people are so afraid of life that they tiptoe to their grave. Just like think about that, yo, because that's so true. Like we live life afraid to do what we really want, afraid to face our fears, afraid to face our limitations, afraid to figure out who we really are and live the life we truly want to live. And so we tiptoe to our grave. And I was like, damn. Because at the end of the day, you only got so much time, so you better just live your life. y'all gonna be thinking about that one, because I know I was thinking about that one for quite a couple hours. I had to go on a walk with that one. All right, let's see. Star card, 10 of Pentacles this year in your relationships here. Yeah, I think your domestic affairs look amazing here. With family, your private life, personal relationships, inner world. This looks great. I feel like you could be meeting a newer friend, or just kind of like a newer acquaintance here. But I feel like it will develop into something of substance here with the 7 of Pentacles. Justice card, and you have the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like you've learned a lot. And so with your relationships, I feel like you're very discerning. Like if it doesn't make sense, right? Justice card is the law of cause and effect. If the person has bad energy, they don't have good intentions, well, then we know what the effect of that's going to be on our lives. And so I think you have the wisdom now to be discerning. I feel like there's a need to trust yourself more, partnerships. And yeah. You have the Devil card here with the Knight of Pentacles. Strength card on the Lovers. 9 of Swords on the 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, the message here from your higher self is critical tenacity. I feel like it's needed at this time. Like to focus. I don't always look at the Devil card as a negative energy. It's actually the archetype of Capricorn. So I think there's a need to, I think your higher self wants you to really focus on creating and developing what you feel is in spiritual, what you feel is in spiritual union with you. And not to be afraid of, of stepping outside your comfort zone, Sag. So, and to embrace your true nature as well, and embrace the strength in the Lovers is embracing your true nature, your true authentic nature. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius, in your May 2023 mid-month reading. And I appreciate all of you all. I hope you all are doing well. And if you want to book a personal reading with me and you want to take a more deeper look into what's going on in your life, then you can book that down below. And if this video resonated with you, be sure to hit that thumbs up before you leave. And otherwise than that, I will talk to y'all later.